Jared Shaw is a mid-cap bank analyst at Barclays. He just initiated On the Group with a positive view, and welcome him on, Jared. It's a bigger story than just the stocks that you cover. I think New York Community Bank really shook a lot of people up. We thought the worst was behind us a year ago. Now we have this again. But is NYCB an NYCB-specific issue?
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Brian. Good afternoon. I do think it is. I think there's some very unique aspects to the NYCB story. The first is they have grown over the $100 billion threshold very rapidly over the last year and a half, partly from 2 acquisitions. So as they've grown into this bigger size, they also changed the regulator to the OCC. And with that comes different requirements and maybe a different way of looking at things. So I think part of what you've seen with NYCB is growing pains as they've grown into this bigger size. But it's really not reflective of the broader market. You brought up the 1-year anniversary, and you saw the strain that a liquidity crisis put on a handful of banks last year. And when you look at the group overall, the banks have been very resilient over the last year. They've continued to grow capital. They've implemented a very strong, robust liquidity plan. So I think when you look at the mid-cap banks overall, they are in a very strong position to be able to go forward. And I think, NYCB is dealing with some idiosyncratic issues that are unique to them.
Yeah, and one of your key overweights is a bank that really got kind of caught up when the tide went out last year, and that is Western Alliance Bank. Did they fix something, or were they just misunderstood by much of the market last year, Jared?
Yeah, I think, when you look at what happened last year, it was really the banks that had disproportionate business tied with the innovation economy. So with the startup tech companies and with the private equity and venture capital funds that funded those companies. So that's where you saw a lot of concentration in deposits. Western Alliance did have some pressure there. You saw deposit outflows in March, but what they did really well was having a diversified deposit base. They also communicated really well with the street. They gave us updates on deposits. They gave us updates on liquidity and contingent liquidity. So they, I think, really did a great job of building their credibility and separating themselves from the banks that had very high concentration to those businesses. As we've come forward through the year, they still have exposure to the innovation economy, but they've actually been able to recoup some of those deposits. So, they're back in that game. But again, it's just not enough that it determines the whole course of their focus.
I know most of the names on your list, but honestly, I'm not going to lie, never heard of Webster Financial, WBS. Jared, usually don't like to admit that I don't know something, but literally never heard of them, know nothing about them, but you like them.
I do, yeah. So Webster is a Connecticut headquartered bank. Over the years, they've done deals expanding into Massachusetts, and then a year and a half ago, they acquired the former Sterling Financial in the metro New York area. So Webster is a bank that has a good geographic focus in the Northeast. They also have some unique national business lines, especially on the funding side. So, one of the big themes that we've been looking at over the last few years is the strength of funding, the deposit base. Webster is a leader in the health savings account business. So those are the long duration, low cost deposit bases tied to high deductible healthcare plans. So they're a leader there. That's really a differentiator for them on the funding side. They've also done some recent acquisitions on funding that have developed more of a niche, low cost funding base for them. So, as we look at how the banks have been able to manage through this higher rate environment, the ones that have the lowest cost funding, the most stable funding are the ones that are outperforming, and we think Webster will continue to be able to do that.